This is Adarian News Channel, and here are the big stories of the day. SpaceX's latest Starship test ended with a bang, quite literally. Flight 9, part of the company's ambitious program to build a fully reusable rocket system, saw its super heavy booster explode on impact during its return attempt. The mission began smoothly, the rocket launched successfully, with stage separation going as planned. The upper Starship vehicle continued on its suborbital path, but the Super Heavy booster, a towering first stage rocket, failed during its descent and crashed into the Gulf of Mexico. Video from the mission shows the booster descending at high speed before erupting in a fiery explosion as it struck the water. SpaceX later confirmed the mishap and said engineers are reviewing data to understand what went wrong. This marks yet another high profile failure in a string of tests for the next generation launch vehicle. But for SpaceX, failures like this are part of the plan. Their philosophy is fail fast, learn faster, and each test brings them closer to perfecting the Starship system. Despite the crash, the flight still yielded valuable data and proved several key upgrades. Starship remains central to SpaceX's future, including plans to support NASA's Artemis missions and eventually send humans to Mars. So while Flight 9 didn't stick the landing, it's still one small step and one explosive lesson on the path to deep space. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing education, but not always for the better. In American schools, AI driven cheating has become such a widespread issue that teachers are going back to basics, reintroducing handwritten, in class essay exams using blue books. That's right, the humble blue exam book, once a classroom staple, is making a comeback. Educators report an alarming surge in students using AI tools like ChatGPT to generate essays and assignments. The problem, these tools often produce passable plagiarism free work, making traditional detection methods ineffective. Students aren't just copying answers, one high school teacher explained, they're outsourcing their thinking. To counter this, schools across the country are reviving analog methods, timed in person essays, handwritten responses, and oral presentations, all aimed at ensuring students truly understand the material. Many teachers admit they are not against AI altogether. In fact, some see it as a useful tool when used responsibly. But the scale of misuse has left them scrambling to preserve academic integrity. In a digital world overflowing with AI shortcuts, it seems the blue book and the pen may be the last line of defense for learning. A new study backed by Qualcomm is shaking up the smartphone chip world, and Apple may not be happy about it. According to a third party performance report funded by Qualcomm, their Snapdragon X70 modem has outperformed Apple's in house C1 modem across several real world network conditions. The study conducted in urban and suburban environments tested download speeds, signal reliability, and power efficiency. The results, Qualcomm modems showed stronger overall connectivity, especially in weak signal areas. Apple recently made headlines by shifting away from Qualcomm chips to develop its own 5G modem, the C1, now featured in select iPhone prototypes. But if these performance gaps hold, Apple may have a long way to go in matching Qualcomm's networking edge. While Qualcomm's funding of the study does raise questions about bias, independent analysts say the results are generally consistent with what they've observed in field testing. With billions at stake in the mobile chip market, modem supremacy is more than a speed test. It's a power play. And for now, Qualcomm still has the signal advantage. A quiet breakthrough in artificial intelligence may have just supercharged local models, and it's all thanks to adaptive reasoning. AutoThink, a relatively low profile AI research company, has announced that its new optimization technique improves large language model performance by up to 43%. So, what's adaptive reasoning? In simple terms, it's a method that allows AI to adjust how it processes information based on context, mimicking how humans shift their thinking depending on the problem. Unlike cloud based giants like GPT or Claude, local models run on your device. That means more privacy, more control, and less reliance on internet access. But they've always lagged behind in power. This leap in efficiency could close the gap and make AI faster, cheaper, and more secure at the edge. With privacy concerns and compute costs rising, local AI may be the future, and AutoThink just gave it a serious upgrade. Tech giant Asus is making a bold move and a very flexible one in the business PC market. The company has announced a new line of commercial desktops and laptops that will come with AI or not. It's up to the buyer. Faced with growing confusion around enterprise AI tools, SS is offering systems that include built in generative AI capabilities or stripped down versions without them. The idea: let customers decide whether they want to dive into the AI wave or avoid the hype altogether. The move reflects broader uncertainty across the business world. While some companies rush to deploy AI, others remain cautious, unsure of cost risks or actual benefits. In the age of AI hype, SS is choosing to play it safe and smart, giving businesses the freedom to choose their own path forward. In one of the most surreal political pairings of the year, US presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been spotted alongside Argentina's libertarian president Javier Milei, and their shared agenda is raising eyebrows across the globe. The two posed for a series of unusual photos during a recent meeting in Buenos Aires. While the images went viral for their bizarre poses and theatrics, it's what they discussed behind the scenes that's making headlines. Sources close to the meeting say Kennedy and Milei are discussing the creation of an alternative international health body, one that would rival the World Health Organization. Both leaders have been vocal critics of the WHO, accusing it of overreach during the COVID 19 pandemic. RFK Jr., in particular, has made opposition to global health mandates a core part of his campaign platform. The idea of a parallel health organization has sparked controversy, with experts warning that such moves could undermine global disease response coordination. As Kennedy and Millay bond over their anti establishment ideals, their shared vision may find support or stir skepticism in a world still recovering from global health crisis. In a stunning leap forward for bioengineering, scientists have developed a way to wirelessly control gene expression using electromagnetic fields and nanoparticles. Researchers have engineered a system where specially designed nanoparticles can be attached to cells, allowing external electromagnetic signals to remotely activate or suppress specific genes. The method, which relies on precisely turned magnetic fields, enables non invasive, programmable control over how genes behave in real time. While still in the experimental phase, the implications are vast. From precision medicine to cancer treatment, this kind of cellular level control could open up new frontiers in treating diseases or customizing biological functions. Of course, the ethical and safety questions are enormous. Wireless control over gene expression brings both promise and peril. The scientists say careful oversight will be essential as technology advances. Remote controlled biology may sound like science fiction, but it's inching closer to reality, one electromagnetic pulse at a time. Linux fans, take note. Version 6.16 of the Linux kernel introduces a powerful new feature that could give your system a serious performance edge. The newly added x86 native CPU configuration flag allows users to optimize kernel builds especially for the CPU architecture of their machine, cutting out unnecessary legacy support and boosting efficiency. By enabling this option, power users and sysadmins can build a leaner, faster kernel that's tailored for their hardware, especially on custom desktops, servers, or embedded systems. This move reflects the growing interest in hardware specific optimizations, especially as modern CPUs evolve far beyond legacy instruction sets. However, the feature is recommended only for advanced users. Enabling it means the kernel won't boot on incompatible CPUs, so it's best reserved for systems with stable known configurations. With Linux 6.16, it's not just about open source, it's about squeezing every last drop of performance from the silicon under your hood. A stark warning from Cloudflare's CEO is sparking fresh debate over internet censorship and unintended consequences. Speaking at a tech conference, Cloudflare CEO Matthew Prince criticized aggressive court ordered internet blocks aimed at stopping football livestream piracy. warning that they could inadvertently lead to deaths. Prince pointed out that some of these blocks affect entire internet service providers, disrupting not just illegal streams but also essential services, including hospitals, weather alerts, and emergency systems. In some cases, entire ranges of IP addresses are blacked out, creating collateral damage far beyond football broadcasts. Cloudflare says it's already seen outages impacting medical data transmissions in regions where court orders were enforced blindly. The comments have ignited fresh debate over how digital rights enforcement should be handled and whether blocking access to the web can ever be done safely. When internet blackouts intended to stop piracy start interfering with public safety, it's a clear signal. We need smarter solutions, not broader blocks. If you've been tempted by flashy Facebook ads claiming to turn your text into high quality AI videos, beware. A growing number of these promotions are fake and some are downright dangerous. Cybersecurity experts are warning users not to trust ads promoting so called text to video tools, especially when they lead to unfamiliar websites or ask for payment information upfront. Some of these links redirect to phishing sites or malware downloads disguised as AI tools. Others trick users into expensive subscriptions that offer little more than low quality templates or stolen content. While real AI video tools do exist, like Sora from OpenAI and Runway, scammers are exploiting the buzz to target creators eager to generate video content quickly. If you're looking for genuine AI tools, stick to trusted providers and check for user reviews. And if something looks too good to be true, especially on social media, it probably is. In the race to AI generated video, don't let a scammer steal the spotlight or your data. The popular app Musi, the popular app Musi has leveled a serious accusation. The popular music app Musi has leveled a serious accusation against tech giant Apple, claiming it conspired with major music industry players to get the app banned from the App Store. In a public statement, Musi says it has uncovered evidence suggesting that Apple worked behind the scenes with major record labels to pressure them into filing copyright complaints, effectively pushing the app out of the market. Musi allowed users to stream music and videos directly from YouTube with background play and playlist features, a popular workaround for many users unwilling to pay for multiple streaming services. The app's creators argue that Apple viewed music as a threat to Apple Music and acted to eliminate the competition, not by improving services but through alleged collusion. If true, the claims could add fuel to the growing fire around Apple's antitrust investigations, particularly in the US and Europe, where regulators are already examining App Store practices. As the battle over digital music heats up, the Musi Apple dispute could become a defining case in the fight over platform power and fair competition. A new ransomware campaign is raising alarms across the cybersecurity world, this time with a worrying twist. Attackers are going through IT support tools to breach the very systems meant to protect us. Security researchers have discovered that the Dragon Force ransomware gang is exploiting a legitimate remote access tool, Simple Help, to infiltrate managed service providers or MSPs. By compromising Simple Help installations on vulnerable MSP networks, attackers gain direct access to the systems of businesses that rely on these providers for IT support, enabling widespread and fast moving ransomware development. Since MSPs often control access to hundreds of client environments, a single breach can rapidly cascade into a large scale ransom disaster, a tactic increasingly favored by cybercrime groups. Experts urge all MSPs to review their simple help configurations, apply updates, and monitor for unusual activity. Affected systems should be isolated immediately to stop the spread. When trusted IT tools become attack vendors, no one's off limits, and the best defense is constant vigilance. Behind the scenes of one of the most advanced AI models in the world, Claude 4, lies a set of hidden instructions, and now they've been exposed. A new leak has revealed internal system prompts used by Anthropic to shape the behavior of its Claude 4 language model, providing rare insight into how AI ethics and safety controls are engineered from the inside. The The instructions include guidelines for how the model should respond to controversial topics, how to avoid bias, and how to steer conversations away from dangerous or inappropriate content, all without the user ever knowing. These system prompts act like an invisible rule book for the model. While most users only see the output, it's these instructions that define what Claude can and can't say, and how it presents itself as neutral, helpful, or non judgmental. Critics argue that these hidden rules raise transparency issues and may influence user perception or limit debate. Supporters say they're essential for safety in a world where AI models are becoming more autonomous. As AI becomes more powerful, understanding the hidden guardrails is key to shaping trust and accountability in the algorithms we invite into our lives. In one of the biggest tech deals of the year, Salesforce has announced it will acquire data management giant Informatica for a staggering $8 billion. The acquisition is aimed at strengthening Salesforce's data integration and governance capabilities, particularly as enterprises push towards AI and machine learning, where clean, unified data is king. Informatica is known for its robust suite of cloud data tools used by Fortune 500 companies to move, clean, and analyze information across platforms. Its focus on hybrid cloud environments makes it a valuable asset as companies navigate increasingly complex digital ecosystems. Salesforce is betting that by combining Informatica's backend power with its own customer facing problems like Data Cloud and Einstein AI, it can offer end to end enterprise intelligence. As the AI race heats up, data is the fuel. And with Informatica now in the fold, Salesforce is stocking up for the long haul. Is the end of an era for OnePlus fans and the beginning of a new AI infused chapter. The company is officially retiring its iconic hardware alert slider, a fan favorite feature for years, and replacing it with a customizable AI action button. The new button will allow users to trigger various AI powered features like voice transcription, smart assistant prompts, or context aware automation, depending on what you're doing with the phone. While some applaud the modernization, many long-time users are mourning the loss of the simple tactile switch that quickly toggled sound profiles, something few Android phones offered. OnePlus isn't alone. Tech brands everywhere are embracing AI buttons as gateways to their smart assistant and generative features. The goal? To make AI feel more embedded in daily tasks. Whether it's progress or nostalgia lost, the slider is gone and the AI era just claimed another button. Oracle has just placed a massive $40 billion order for NVIDIA AI hardware, but it may have bitten off more than OpenAI's Texas data center can chew. The order includes cutting edge GPUs that will fuel cloud based AI operations for enterprise clients, including OpenAI. But insiders say the Abilene, Texas data center may not have the cooling and power capacity to handle the sudden influx. Sources close to the matter warn of potential delays or rerouting of compute resources if upgrades to the center's infrastructure aren't completed on time. This highlights the growing tension between AI demand and real world infrastructure. As LLMs get bigger and workloads balloon, data centers are struggling to keep up, not just in storage, but in heat, energy, and bandwidth. AI may live in the cloud, but its limits are very much on the ground. Claude just got a voice, and it's aiming to sound as smart as it is powerful. AI company Anthropic has launched a new voice mode for its Claude 4 assistant, allowing users to speak directly to the model and receive real time spoken responses. The feature includes natural conversational turn taking, smart interruptions, and tone detection, aiming for a fluid, human like back and forth that mirrors real conversation. It follows similar launches from competitors like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google Gemini, signaling a broader push to make language models more vocal, personal, and interactive. Anthropic says the feature is designed not just for casual Q&A, but for accessibility, business support, and even hands-free productivity tasks. Claude has found its voice, and in the fast-moving world of AI, it's not just what you say, but how you say it that counts. And that wraps up today's top stories from the world of technology, science, and innovation. From AI breakthroughs to global politics, we are here to bring you the news that shapes tomorrow. If you found this episode insightful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment with Atarian News. Got a tip, question, or comment? Drop it below if you're listening. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and stay ahead.